welcome to this channel. My name is Princess Kevin, and if this is the first time of you seeing this beautiful face, you are so welcome. So in this particular video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to relocate to the United Kingdom, to the UK as a nurse. How to relocate from wherever country you might be into the United Kingdom to work as a nurse. So I would suggest that you watch this video from start to finish, because I'll be breaking it down step by step and tell you guys the whole process of relocating to the UK as a nurse and working there as a nurse. And at the end, I will tell you how much this whole process will cost from start to finish. Okay, let's start. Okay, so I wrote the whole process down, so if you are looking down, that is obviously what I'm looking at, because the steps are kind of a little bit too much, up to 15 steps, and I'll be telling you one by one. I hope you have your pen and paper so that you pen this down so that you don't forget anyone. Let's start. The first step will be get your international passport. That is number one step. Get your international passport. Obviously, if you're trying to travel to any country, you must need your international passport, because without your international passport, you're obviously going nowhere. So if you're a student nurse and you are having plans of traveling abroad to study, or not to study, okay, to work as a nurse, I will suggest that you start making plans on how you get your international passport towards the end of your nursing program. Start making plans on how to get your international passport. Two is pass your IELTS exam or your OET exam. Yeah, this is the exam that is going to test you on your English knowledge. So passing that exam is very critical. So most people will say that OET is simpler than IELTS, but the thing about OET is that it is usually more expensive than IELTS exam. It is usually more expensive than IELTS exam. So in the exam, you have to, in IELTS, okay, you have to have an overall score of 7 in each category. What I mean in each category, you know, in IELTS we have the listening, we have the reading, we have the writing, and we have the speaking. Yeah, so you have to get at least an overall score in all of them, 7.0 in all of them, except writing you can afford to get 6.5. So if you get 7 in speaking, 7 in reading, 7 in 6.5 in writing, and 7 in what the last one, listening, yes, you have passed your IELTS exam. So in the OET exam, you have to get a B+ in speaking, reading, and listening. Yeah, in speaking, reading, and listening, you have to get a B+. And your writing, you can afford the writing to be C+. So now the third step is open an account with NMC UK, that is Nursing and Midwifery Council of the United Kingdom. So you need to open an account with them, fill in your details and open an account with them. Then number 4 step is to pay in your £114 registration fee for UK. That is, you're paying this registration fee to this NMC portal. So this money that you're paying to the NMC UK portal is basically to tell the Nursing and Midwifery Council in United Kingdom that they should confirm in Nigeria. They should send a message to Nigeria. For example, you're right from Nigeria. You should send a message to Nigeria and confirm if you are a registered nurse. That is what the money is about. You're giving them this £140 to tell them that I'm a registered nurse, but you can confirm it by asking my country. So then they will send a message to the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, for example, and then ask if you are a registered nurse. So that is what the £140 is for. After you have paid this £140 to NMC UK, the next thing you have to do is that you have to register with Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. You have to register with them by paying a remitter fee or verification fee. You have to pay a verification fee to them. Number 6 step is ways to be verified. How will you know that you're verified? You know, after you have paid the verification fee or remitter fee to the NFC Nigeria, you have to wait to be verified. So now, how will you know if you're verified? You open their portal. You open the portal. You know, you open the portal with them before, and then the point where they wrote third party verification. If they say that third party verification is complete, then you know that you have been verified. Or sometimes they also send you an email telling you that you have been verified. So as soon as you are verified, you can then write your CBT test. That's your computer based test. Step 7 is filling your details in the NMC portal. That is still like your passports, your police reports, your medical reports. You have to fill them in. You can also put a phone number of a doctor so that they can call that doctor to ask if you're medically fit. That is number 7. Fill in your details in the NMC portal. Now, step 8 is pay £150 in the NMC UK for your PIN. So this PIN basically tells anybody that you are a nurse in the UK, as you are a nurse. So this money you are paying to them is for them to start processing your PIN and bringing out your PIN and everything. So you have to pay this £153 to the NMC UK for your PIN. Now over to step 9. In step 9 now, you can actually afford to apply for your job. Start applying for jobs. Apply for as many jobs as you can. I mean, I'm talking as many. I don't mean like 5 jobs, 10 jobs. Apply as many as you can, up to 100, up to even 200, whatever the case. You just keep applying. So after you apply, the step 10 will be for you to wait for a job offer. And if they send any of the organizations or trust or hospital that you want to work for, that you applied for, send you a job offer, then you can sign in. That is over to step 11. You can sign in your letter. But before you sign that job offer, make sure you read it very, very well and understand. Make sure you read it and understand. If you don't understand, give it to someone that understands, because the English, the grammar they use there might be tricky to some people. So try to read it very, very well and understand what they are saying, okay, before you sign. Now, step 7 is wait for certificates of sponsorship. Yeah, wait for your certificate of sponsorship. What I mean by certificate of sponsorship is that they will send you a certificate of sponsorship telling you that they are sponsoring you to come over, because without this certificate you cannot go anywhere. It sponsors you as a person, and then it also covers, let's say for example you have a husband and children, it sponsors them, so you can go with your husband and your children only when you're traveling to go as a UK nurse, as a nurse working in the UK. Okay, so you have to wait for your COS. Next step, that is step 13, is tuberculosis testing and your police report clearance. You have to get these two if you want to move anywhere. You have to go and do your TB test and your police clearance reports. You have to have those 2 documents safe. And the TB test normally takes time, so you can start it as early as possible. Now over to which step are we? Step 14, right? Yes, step 14. Over to step 14. You can now apply for your visa and flights. Apply for these 2, your visa and flights. Apply for them. So for healthcare personnel, it normally takes about 50 working days for your visa and flight to be processed and be ready. So if you're a healthcare personnel, obviously as a nurse, you're a healthcare personnel, it takes 15 working days mostly for you to get your visa. All right, you have applied for your visa and flight, and the visa is ready. The next thing you have to do is to travel. Yeah. So over to step 15. Step 15 is that you have to pass your OSCE exam. Once you pass this exam, you are a certified UK nurse. You can work there and you're ready. But okay, so the thing about this OSCE exam is that most times when you go, depending on the trust or when I say trust, I mean hospital, depending on the trust or the hospital that you are working for, when you go there, they can prepare you for the exam. Most of them start preparing you for the exam, and yeah, you'll be ready to write the exam and pass. So now I told you guys that I'll be giving you guys a list of how much this whole process will cost. So let's start from the first one, which I said was international passport, right? So international passports cost for 40,000 to 80,000 depending on where you are doing it. So that just the range. Just hold about 40 to 80k or 80,000 for your international passport. Then now for the IELTS and the OET exam, it costs 83,000 to 200k. depending on where depending on where you're going to write it, who you're paying to, stuff like that. So it costs 83,000 to 200,000. Now for the NMC registration, while you're registering to the UK, you're paying £140 to the UK. That is okay. Converting that to naira, you can convert it to whatever currency, whatever country you're watching this from. So you can convert it and know how much, but it's £140. So in Nigeria, it's about, depending on the dollar naira exchange rate, it's about 110k to 110,000 to 115,000. Okay. So now for NMC verification, it costs about 30,000 to 40,000. That is the verification that you do in Nigeria. It costs about 30,000 to 40,000. Then the CBT test, remember I said about CBT test, you have to write a CBT test. It costs £83. £83 converted to naira should be about 17,000 to 75,000. Okay. Then NMC registration, that the final one you have to do, is it costs £153. £153, that is about 120,000 to 150,000. So 125,000, sorry. It costs 120,000 to 125,000. Then now to your TB test. The TB test will cost 60,000. Now police reports varies depending on where you are doing your own from, depending on which police station you are doing it. Well, let's just give you a range about 4,000 to 20,000 depending. So now we also have the UK visa. UK visa costs 220,000 depending on the time and season you are getting your visa. Now over to the COVID test. You know you have to do COVID test. COVID test costs 60,000. Then you will pay for your flight. Obviously, a one-way flight costs 300,000 to 400,000. Depends on the time and season to your booking it. So in total, about how much you're going to be spending will be up to 1 million naira to 1.5 million, depending on how your own goes. Just 1 million to 1.5 million. So guys, that is the whole process. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please feel free to comment in the section. I'll try my best to answer it to the best of my ability. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.